So now we're going to get into behavioral cash flow planning theory. Many of you may already be working with your clients on debt and cash flow. So this may either augment or enhance what you're already doing or just make what you're doing faster and easier. But we want to go through the theory to make sure that all the whys behind why this works so well for clients and why they'll actually follow it is clear. So first of all, we look to the public. And sure enough, survey after survey, poll after poll, study after study indicated that the priority of debt and cash flow management for the average Canadian is about 80%. 80% of people think this is valuable and need it. But when you ask those same Canadians if they felt they could get this type of advice from their advisor, only 5% said that they could. What is this? Drastic difference between supply and demand. And behavioral cash flow planning will help you take greater advantage of that opportunity. So exactly how valuable is behavioral cash flow planning for you? Well, we've been tracking the results of hundreds of advisors for a couple of years now. What we've seen is by using this process and this software, they have an easier time attracting new ideal clients. They find $3,300 a month and sell 2 new products per household. And on average, they increase their revenue by 265%. That's not half bad results for doing something that only takes a few minutes once you've got the right tools. So that's how it affects you, but what about your clients? This is a whole lot more than budgeting, and here's what we mean by that. Clients who have a behavioral cash flow plan report less stress in 10 to 14 days. The average impact per household per cash flow plan is approximately $40,000 in the first year. And because your client is going to work with you with all of their financial products, we know that client retention goes up about 300%. What would be the difference in your practice if you could have those stats working for you? So if we know everybody wants it, and we know it's valuable for both you and your client, and far too many advisors can't provide it in the way or aren't providing it in the way the clients want it, and we can make this faster and easy for you, how do we position it so that the client sees it as part of their financial power and holds it in a high value? Well, we start where they see financial advisors today. When we ask most people how they see a financial advisor or what they think the focus is of working with a financial advisor, they often say that it is working with them and working with the products that they have to offer. And so unfortunately, that becomes the focus. Of course, the focus leads to the side effect. If they followed all your advice and bought all the products you recommended, they end up with the life that they want. Problem is that focus. We need to find ways to attract new clients to work with you that doesn't involve them thinking that the focus might be buying products. Products can be the side effect. Behavioral cash flow planning allows you to use a client's short-term goal or things that they really want to be the focus of working with you. That becomes the focus. Getting the new car, taking the kids to Disney, renovating their kitchen because you'll know how to find $3,300 a month on average. And then the side effect are the products that you're able to supply them with in order to fulfill the plan. We know that using this approach allows you to become a financial superhero, and we want to help you use Money Finder Pro to get there. So right now, most financial advisors know how and why they got in the industry. They got in the industry in most cases to make a good living, to have time freedom, and of course, to help people. If you look at what you're doing right now in your practice, I bet you can measure how much time freedom you have, and I bet you can measure how much revenue you're generating. But how do you measure how much you help people right now? Now, you could use rate of return and all sorts of other ways, like their peace of mind, which isn't very measurable, or things that you can't influence. But with behavioral cash flow planning, we're going to show you how to measure how much you help people, and it's not going to be dependent on the market or anything else. So let's move through to the mechanics of behavioral cash flow planning.